Could Gators, Knowles, USF someday scrimmage other teams in spring? The coach with a 10-gallon hat and 20-carat bling recently floated an idea as outlandish as his attire. Or was it? This spring Deion Sanders wanted his Colorado team to practice with, then scrimmage against, another school. Instead of 15 monotonous practices of Buffalo on Buffalo, Sanders' squad could mix it up with a bona fide opponent for a day or two, then publicly scrimmage the team as a way to bring more juice and revenue to the traditional spring game. Think the public would be satisfied with that tremendously, Sanders said recently. I think it's a tremendous idea. I've told those personnel who should understand that it's a tremendous idea. Almost immediately, Sanders found a willing partner in Syracuse coach Fran Brown. But because current NCAA bylaws prohibit teams from scrimmaging against each other during the off-season, a waiver request had to be submitted for a Buffalo's Orange joint spring workout. Was denied by the Football Bowl Subdivision Oversight Committee. Still, Coach Prime planted a seed that ultimately could make the popularity of spring ball football blossom like never before, even as some prominent schools attempt to uproot the tradition. On Saturday, the Gators staged their annual spring intra-squad game at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium that could draw around 50,000 fans. But imagine the turnout if the Gators were to play UCF or USF. Better still, imagine a Bulls night spring game, played on a home-and-home basis. Give Prime a lot of credit for actually saying it publicly, but I would be totally down for that, USF third-year coach Alex Golesh said. Get a practice, get 2 practices in, and then go be able to actually put fans in the stands and showcase what you've done here through the spring. As college football continues careening toward an NFL model, Sanders' idea seems the next logical step, if not a profitable one. For years, NFL teams have welcomed opponents into August camp for a day or two of joint practices prior to those teams' preseason contest. In recent seasons, the Bucs have done it with the Titans, Jaguars, and Dolphins at various locations. I think you see NFL teams, they do the joint practices during fall camp, and I think there is an avenue and a path to where that could be beneficial, and that is something that I wouldn't be opposed to in a big picture part of it, FSU coach Mike Norvell said on the Hard Count with J.D. Pickell. But it's also, a lot of the logistical elements and different dynamics that go into this new age of college football that I think you'd have to be able to work through to make sure you have the right fit and to be able to make sure you have the right opponent. Indeed, potential snags abound. A lot of the coaching fraternity, a generally paranoid lot, is attempting to phase out spring games for various reasons. Nebraska's Matt Rule, concerned about other teams scouting players in the scrimmage and possibly poaching them through the transfer portal, is replacing the Cornhuskers spring contest with a 7-on-7 game and skills competitions at Memorial Stadium. Texas isn't having a spring game, Coach Steve Sarkisian said, because his team already has played 30 games over the last 2 seasons when the Longhorns twice advanced to the college football playoff. Moreover, a team trying to downplay a potentially significant injury, see Florida's DJ Lagway, might be reluctant to reveal a compromised depth chart. Other schools with new coaches and green rosters also may be reticent to play a live spring game against another team, at least initially. Think if you're a program like us where we're in year 3, you feel like you've got a little bit more depth, you feel like you know who you are on both sides of the ball. You feel like, man, there's a lot of benefit to a spring game, Golesh said. I think if you asked me that in year 1, I would imagine it would be like, man, I don't know if that's really what I want to do. Yet more and more programs, regardless of where they stand in terms of their depth and development, might sign on if such games prove profitable, especially as the era of revenue sharing dawns on the collegiate landscape. Think we're at a point, whether you're at an FCS school or you're at Ohio State. I think you're sitting here looking for ways to generate revenue, Golesh added. It's not what I initially signed up for, but I'm now part of the conversation. And if you can pack out or put 50,000 at Raymond James Stadium to go play an opponent or create, I don't know, a unique uniform combination that you can sell from a marketing standpoint, I think any way you can generate some revenue, I think would certainly help. So I think in that sense, it would be absolutely huge. A prime proposal indeed. I think there's some merit to it, Norvell said. Shedeur Sanders' clear stance on backing Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh as Buffs QB details visit with Mike Tomlin. The speculation of the draft picks is getting crazier. Colorado QB Shedeur Sanders started as the top pick this year, competing with Miami QB Cam Ward. In the Combine, he gave aspirations to the NFL teams, claiming he wants to change the culture. But as we approach the draft, his stock is dropping day by day. Analysts have different takes on his spot in the draft. He recently visited the Steelers, where he talked to the HC Mike Tomlin and other staff. Surprised? Wait until you read the next update. The black and the gold are waiting for approval from veteran QB Aaron Rodgers. but he has refused to utter a word. He is doing everything silently, be it visiting the franchise building or throwing passes to WRDK Metcalf. These signs have kept them hooked to A-Rod. Shedeur Sanders also accepted the reality on Thursday. During the April 10th episode of the Up and Adams show with Kay Adams, he revealed his stance on the veteran. Adams asked him if he would sit behind the veteran. With a belief in his abilities, he still paid respect to the Super Bowl winner and said, "If that's the way that things play out, then that's the way they play out. I wouldn't question what God has planned for me. If they draft him, then it would be too late as they choose 21st in the draft." His camp also wants him to be drafted late. Louis Riddick, former NFL player and close friend of Deion Sanders, even claimed that they wanted him to go to the other teams. He said, "I hope he doesn't go in the top 3 picks. And I think his camp would tell you the same thing. There are other teams they want to go to." That would be interesting. Amid all this, the fans are getting excited. The Steelers don't have any key QB whom they can trust. The HC Mike Tomlin is the decision-maker. Shedeur Sanders sees Steelers HC as a fatherly figure. Just like the millions of fans, Shedeur Sanders also had positive vibes when he reached the building. And everything went well during the visit. It was a great day for the fans. When Kay Adams asked him about the best part of HC Mike Tomlin, he praised him wholeheartedly. While describing the head coach, Sanders said, "You understand the mindset and why they win a lot. You see how Mike Tomlin is as a person and the values the team has. What he preaches from his staff down is similar to my dad. That definitely takes the quarterback's stock much higher for them." With such choice words, the head coach definitely would like to give him a chance. But the big question still looms. Will 20 teams pass him up? If that happens, it will be a tremendous surprise. The fans are getting anxious. It will definitely be crazy. The HC Mike Tomlin is the decision-maker. Shedeur Sanders sees Steelers HC as a fatherly figure. Just like the millions of fans, Shedeur Sanders also had positive vibes when he reached the building. And everything went well during the visit. It was a great day for the fans. When Kay Adams asked him about the best part of HC Mike Tomlin, he praised him wholeheartedly. While describing the head coach, Sanders said, "You understand the mindset and why they win a lot. You see how Mike Tomlin is as a person and the values the team has. What he preaches from his staff down is similar to my dad. That definitely takes the quarterback's stock much higher for them." With such choice words, the head coach definitely would like to give him a chance. But the big question still looms. Will 20 teams pass him up? If that happens, it will be a tremendous surprise. The fans are getting anxious. It will definitely be crazy. What he preaches from his staff down is similar to my dad. That definitely takes the quarterback's stock much higher for them. With such choice words, the head coach definitely would like to give him a chance. But the big question still looms. Will 20 teams pass him up? If that happens, it will be a tremendous surprise. The fans are getting anxious. It will definitely be crazy.